Yo, and hello, and welcome to the 83rd episode of Game Speak Podcast. New episodes go for free every Wednesday in audio format on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, and all of your favorite podcast directories, and in video format on YouTube so you can see us in stunning HD. This show is two childhood BFFs bringing you all things video games. You can find us online at createforsanity.com, where you can listen to episodes, subscribe for behind the scenes news, read radical articles, and buy sick t-shirts from our shop. Also, be sure to join the community in the Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeakPodcast to hang and talk games with other nerds like us. I'm one of your hosts, Jamal Aljaafreh, alongside Brent Bass. Have I called you Bubble Bass yet?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I think that's
we're
a new
going,
one.
We're going with Bubble Bass.
Bubble Bass. I like that.
What is that's got to be from SpongeBob. No.
Rolls off the tongue.
Bubble Bass.
Bubble Bass. It's like bubble bath, but
with ass.
with ass. Exactly.
That works so perfectly. So what's been up, Bubble Bass?
Oh man, just same old shit. Like dealing with my shitty apartment. Like last night, I'm just hanging out, setting up the VR, getting ready to experience some VR, virtual reality, getting ready to blow my mind wide open, dude.
About to go to the next dimension.
About to just go into the next dimension, and I hear this call for my name, My girlfriend's like, Brent! And I was like, okay. So I went in there, and she's like, there's a leak. And I was like, what do you mean there's a leak? She's like, it's everywhere. And I was like, okay. And so, I fucking turned the light on, and, there's literally, a fucking waterfall of water coming in from outside. By the way, it was, a huge storm last night.
Yeah.
For the people listening that aren't from around here. But, so, there's this waterfall of fucking water coming into our room, you know what I mean? And my girlfriend had just bought this brand new king-size mattress, so,
oh, no.
So we, slapped the fucking mattress on the wall and, cover it up with a bunch of shit, and, it's, dripping in from, over the fan, and she's pissed because she's got to get up in a few hours, so I'm like, I made it, we fixed her, a pallet in the living room, and she went back to sleep. And, I'm trying to deal with this fucking water,
I just imagine, I'm like, how is she going to go to sleep? Because I'm imagining this, this buildup, like in Poseidon or Titanic or something, where the water is slowly filling up your entire apartment, and it's going to reach her even out in the living room.
It's not that bad. It's more
Okay.
it's like a broken koi fish water fountain. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's like a very healthy drizzle coming into the room, and we got towels everywhere, kind of absorbing it all.
And so where's this water coming from? Just from...
Okay, so there's a crack in the ceiling, kind of between the wall and the ceiling, right above the window in our room. And it's just, it looked like a fucking, that whole side of the room is just soaking wet. And then to top matters off, there's some dripping in kind of in the middle. So I'm thinking the water goes, there's animals living in our ceiling, I think,
What the fuck is going on over there?
Well,
dude?
I think, okay, so here's my theory.
Got koi ponds falling in through your
Here's my theory.
roof.
I think the animals must have chewed a hole in something that was supposed to keep the water out.
Okay,
and now the
so-
water is flooding in because of the animals in the ceiling causing the damage.
Now, when you say the animals in the ceiling, are you talking raccoons?
I don't specifically know. They're very heavy animals because it sounds like they are body slamming each other into the fucking. But we're in a 2-story apartment on the top floor.
Yeah,
so it's not
top.
our fucking neighbors or something. You know what I mean? They're above us. There's something in the fucking ceiling. And it's just it's slamming into the fucking ground. It happens at 4:30 a.m. usually. You know what I mean?
Nope. See that right there? You got yourself a poltergeist.
I think you got a raccoon coming home from a long day of stealing cat food and shit from other fucking. You know what I mean?
At 4:30 on the dot.
Bro, I don't know.
Every day.
Maybe not on the dot. But it freaks the cats out. I'll tell you what. They hear that shit in the ceiling. They're looking at the ceiling. Anyways, we live in a shithole. It's really cheap, but we live in a shithole. But so I called the maintenance guy out there, And he came out there, and he's like, "Yeah, we're gonna come out there tomorrow and fix it." And I'm pretty sure they didn't come out. I've been out kind of doing stuff today, but I have like a very
it's like
sinking suspicion that nobody came out and fixed our shit today. So I'm just praying it doesn't rain again. I went back in there last night, and the fucking paint on the wall had like formed a bubble of water.
Oh my god, dude.
And it was like bulbous as fuck. It was like this big around for those of you watching on YouTube, and like that far away from the wall. And like I fucking popped it like a water balloon, dude, and it was like psst, like spraying out, dude.
That's pretty crazy.
I'm not fucking around. It was bad.
I feel like your room in your apartment is like the setup for like a music video from the 70s or something.
I'm telling you, dude, it really was like that.
We could have got some good shots in there.
We should have. We should have. The paint's all melting off. It would have looked tight. It really would have.
Just yeah, we could do that. And then the water just splashing through your apartment.
Oh fuck yeah, just like flooding the halls and shit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so did you or did you not, Thomas, please don't be mad at us.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch the last?
I forgot.
I totally didn't watch.
I'm so sorry.
The Lobster.
I forgot.
I think,
and to make matters worse, because of all that fucking bullshit, I slept in a weird spot, and my whole like shit was just out of whack this morning. I totally forgot to ask for questions. So guys, we're just like completely disorganized as fuck today. But we've got a great episode in store for you. Like we really do. It's it's gonna be awesome, but it's just like man, it's like I fucked up because of all this shit, And I apologize, guys. So I'm sorry about our lack of listener questions and stuff like that.
The lack of the lobster.
The lack of the lobster.
I think
we're just slacking, man.
No, Thomas, I think what it is, I refuse to take the blame for the. No, I'm just kidding. No, I think you gave us a hard one right off the bat. Okay, the lobster. First off, British accents, man. I can't do it unless it's Harry Potter.
See, I didn't even watch the trailer, bro. I'm so guilty right now. Like I didn't even like look it up on IMDb or anything. Like I like every time I think about it, I'm like out at work or something, and then when I get home, like I'm just up into VR, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm just constantly playing some fucking video games. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Look, here's what we're gonna do.
We're gonna do it.
No, we're gonna make a pact. Right.
What we need to do is
nope. I'm gonna cut your hand, and you're gonna cut mine.
Okay.
We're gonna have a blood oath that we will watch The Lobster before.
We just do this on
Tuesday.
Camera, right? We just like have a fucking sacrifice in this bitch.
Look, Brent, can we make this a thing where I'll text you. I'll be like, remember, watch The Lobster.
Yes,
and I'll watch it too.
Maybe we should watch it together, and then we can hold each other accountable for it.
Yeah, so
but then we'd be tempted to talk about it while we were watching it.
Yeah,
that would be the biggest problem.
Yeah, we got to watch it separately, and we got to come together with our conclusions, because if we're sitting together, we can kind of influence each other's ideas.
What if we like live streamed ourselves watching it?
That sounds like too much work.
Yeah. Anyways, let's get into the show for these fools.
Yeah, let's jump into the show, which is the gaming news first off. But just so you guys know, we're using articles from gaming news sites from around the web, and
let them know what we don't do.
We don't claim any of this as our own, like content, except for the commentary we're giving.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
We're not saying we wrote these beautifully crafted,
beautifully
articles.
Worded.
Yeah,
we definitely didn't write any of these, but
just like
we're just letting you know, like don't go being like, oh, GameSpeak, they write such great articles. Like, no,
because we would instantly turn into the next Philip Muse.
Damn, he'll never live that down, man. Like,
no, he'll
that
never.
Name is just like. Oh.
He's probably like working at a Starbucks right now. No offense to the Starbucks people, but I mean,
no doubt.
Like
no
going
doubt.
from
nothing wrong with working at Starbucks.
Yeah, I'm just saying going from the 100K down to
down to the Starbucks.
Yeah, and I wonder if he could even get a job there. I feel like Starbucks.
Yeah, they might have more integrity than that. Starbucks. Well, they might not know. They might just look at his like last job and be like, "Oh, okay."
I feel like
executive.
most people that work at Starbucks, I feel like, are in the know about tech and video games, like once again, not judging Starbucks, but like so like the hiring manager most likely reads IGN. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. Whoever he or she is, they're IGN fanatics. Guaranteed. Anyways, so let's start off. A new retro game console is on the way from Analog, the company behind the NT Mini and the Super NT. The upcoming Mega SG, which is going to be $189, will play classic Sega Master System, Genesis, and Mega Drive games over HDMI. And there are plans to sell cartridge adapters for other systems down the road. The Mega SG is also fully compatible with the original Sega CD add-on out of the box. Analog claims 100% compatibility across all supported platforms. And yeah, it's coming April 2019.
That's cool. I saw this thing on Facebook earlier, and it was like full-sized fucking arcade cabinets at Walmart for like $250. And they all, like, one of them had like Street Fighter 1 through 3, I think, on it. And the other one had like fucking 4 games. I think it was like Centipede and Asteroids. But they were like dope. They were like big, legit looking arcade cabinets. They were so tight. I was
like legit size.
Yeah, they were like big, like the ones you'd see in an arcade. I mean, it was tight.
And they're selling these where?
At Walmart.
Where though? At Walmart?
I don't know.
Where do they have these?
Maybe not the one in town, but I saw this on Facebook. Like it was like a guy like posed. He worked at Walmart, and he was like at one of the aisles of Walmart, like posed next to it. You know what I mean?
That is crazy. I would totally buy that,
bro. I would too. Like,
where
I bet we can look it up online.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'd find a place for it though. Definitely not under that fucking window that's like leaking like a motherfucker. Like,
put it on the roof and then let the raccoons play it at night.
You just hear the game going off.
Stop eating your ceiling.
Give them something to do. Yeah.
Anyways, what you got?
Oh man, I gotta get an upgraded phone so I can just like unlock it with my face. Okay, here we go. The Xbox One October update is rolling out today, offering a few new bells and whistles for the Microsoft console. The feature in this update allows you to use more voice interactions, more easily watch HDR movies with streaming services, and personalize your avatar. The Xbox skill feature lets you interact with your Xbox using Alexa or Cortana devices with a greater degree of precision than previous Kinect voice commands. As an example, Microsoft says you can tell Alexa to launch Forza Horizon 4, and in response, the Xbox One will start up, sign you in, and launch the game, all without additional commands needed.
Nice.
Other broadcast commands include starting Mixer broadcast, capturing screenshots, and adjusting the volume, which you could already do. I don't know why they're making a big deal out of it. You'll need to download the Xbox skill in the respective stores to get started. But I think the big highlight of this is that you can use Alexa now instead of Cortana.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I feel like more people have Alexa.
Yeah, and you think about it, basically this turns your fucking, like, Xbox into a, what's that, Amazon Echo or whatever, the one that uses Alexa, is it, essentially, it? I mean, kind of, it does most of that stuff, right?
That's true. That's pretty crazy, I guess. No, because like it
can play music, it can fucking,
play Netflix,
go online, it can play Netflix.
But can it tell you back, like, this is what I found on Google?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I wonder.
Yeah.
Because you think maybe the program is just kind of the same. Like, if I have Siri running on my Xbox, I expect it to do all the things Siri does on my phone. You know what I mean?
True.
I don't know. It'd be fun to, like, test it out. I wish I had a Kinect.
Yeah, I don't think anybody even has Kinects anymore.
Yeah, I sold mine.
You can buy them at, like, Game Exchange for, like, $20.
Oh, really? I might have to go get one.
Yeah, it's freaking crazy. Anyways, asked whether Game Freak was looking at allowing Pokemon to move between Let's Go and the next core entry, Pokemon director Junichi Masuda assures that the development team is working to make that possible. Quote, "We're definitely always thinking of that kind of forward-moving functionality, especially since we've introduced Pokemon Bank. Masuda told GameSpot through an interpreter. Now, up to Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, you're able to store your Pokemon, and we know they're very important to everyone. I mean, obviously, people would be very sad if they couldn't use their Pokemon in a future game, so it does get complicated when you talk about the details, and we're still figuring it out. But we do have plans to find ways to let players use their Pokemon in the next game.
Dope.
Yeah.
Dope.
Very, very dope. Dope.
Let's see. We got, as we approach the release of Red Dead Redemption 2, now is the time for the publisher to promote the game with impressive stats about just how much work went into the final product. But one number has been raising eyebrows, forcing Rockstar co-founder Dan Houser to issue a clarification. In a lengthy interview, Houser suggested that the team worked 100-hour weeks several times through 2018. But now, in a statement to Kotaku, he has elaborated that he was referring to the senior writing team, not the entire Rockstar development team. Quote, after working on the game for 7 years, the senior writing team, which consists of 4 people, Mike Unsworth, Rupert Humphreys, Laszlo, and myself, had, as we always do, 3 weeks of intense work when we wrapped everything up. 3 weeks, not years. We all have worked together for at least 12 years now, and feel that we need this to get everything finished. After so many years of getting things organized and ready on this project, we needed this to check and finalize everything. His clarification does square with the original piece in Vulture, which used the 100-hour quote immediately after explaining rewrites and edits. Houser's clarifying statement goes on to explain Rockstar's general policy towards crunch, the widely used practice in AAA game development to put in long hours, especially near the end of a project that is preparing to ship. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I got more. More importantly, we obviously don't expect anyone else to work this way, he said. Across the whole company, we have some senior people who work very hard purely because they're passionate about a project or their particular work. And we believe that passion shows in the games we release, which it does. But that additional effort is a choice, and we don't ask or expect anyone to work like anything like this. Lots of other senior people work in an entirely different way and are just as productive. I'm just not one of them. No one, senior or junior, is ever forced to work hard, which kind of seems like a bad business model, but this all has a tone of history repeating itself. When the first Red Dead Redemption was nearing completion, an anonymous letter alleged poor working conditions at Rockstar San Diego, including mandatory overtime that prompted mediation from the IDGA.
Yeah, so this is catching a lot of heat. A lot of people are pissed at Rockstar right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy here.
Yeah, especially in the Twitterverse. Actually, even Chris D'Elia got in on some of the action, and now he's being like pitchforked. like people literally hate Chris D'Elia right now over this. What
did he say?
This is what he tweeted. He tweeted this. The fakeness of people claiming outrage for Red Dead Redemption crunching to make a deadline is fucking so hilarious. It is peak SJW shit. You simply do not actually give a fuck about how hard a video game company works to make a deadline, and you know this. And then people went on to be like a lot of checkmarked accounts, people who work in the industry were like, yo, what the fuck? They're like, most of the people talking about this work in the industry and stuff like that. So he's like, it's not just a bunch of random people. And
I mean, I think you got to take most things Chris D'Elia says with a grain of salt. But at the same time, there's also a little truth to every joke. You know what I mean? I don't know.
And I think that's the problem, is that they know that he truly meant that when he said it. But then he's going back on it and saying it was like, oh, it was a joke. I was joking.
Yeah.
It's like, but we get you joking, but this is people's lives. People are working, and like you're saying that it doesn't really matter.
It's true. It also kind of goes back to that time where there's a very similar situation where everybody was talking about how they crunched hard on Witcher 3 or CD Projekt Red.
Yep.
Everybody was mad at CD Projekt Red because they had, like, you know, everybody's working overtime trying to... But you got to think, man, you know, you want to put out these great, massive games. You want these games, you know, but you don't want these people to have to work hard. You know what I mean?
I think,
like,
a lot of people, or at least a lot of the outspoken people on the internet that are gamers, are all somewhat saying the same thing. They're like, you know, we don't care if it takes longer for the game to get out, as long as people's lives aren't being, you know, left in ruins from work, you know, which it makes sense. But, you know, I don't know enough about how that works to really talk on it, you know.
My thing is, you know, I feel like most of these people, you know, are well enough off in their industry to where if they really were uncomfortable with their working conditions, they could easily find a job at a different video game studio. I mean, they've got the credentials.
They may have the credentials, but I don't think it works that way just because they're contracted. You know, it's kind of tough to just like hop in on a game that maybe like, I feel like it's almost like a career where you have to ride the wave of whatever's there, you know, whatever's available for you to hop on. I mean, like, I imagine it's got to be tough.
I mean, people leave, you know, like the gaming industry all the time. Like we talk about it frequently. Like there's constantly shifts in leadership and people leaving and coming and going, you know, I mean,
well, they've been talking about, a lot of people are saying like the video game industry needs to be unionized, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
I wouldn't know because I don't work in it, but I'm just saying I understand 100 hours. Like if you're being forced in the way that it's like, okay, if you don't work the 100 hours, you don't have a job.
Yeah, no, that's outrageous. I definitely don't think that should be going on. But I think, you know,
it's like if you don't reach the game's date, that's not their fault, you know?
First of all, I mean, there's also like laws. You know, these people are probably getting paid fucking bucks. I mean, you know what I mean?
At least like $100K, I imagine, around that.
They're at least getting time and a half for.
No,
you know what I mean?
That was the problem. They don't get time and a half and stuff like that.
Oh, unpaid overtime?
There's no paid overtime or anything like that because they're contracted. You know, they're literally just contractors.
I don't know, man. I definitely can see where it could be bad and it could be, you know, I feel like it's all about what the, you know, if they're forced to be there or not. Like you said, you know, if they have the option to go home and they choose to stay because they want the game to be great.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean? Then
I think that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just think nobody should be reprimanded for not wanting to work 100 hours in a week.
Absolutely. And I don't think that the Rockstar guy was trying to say that. You know, I don't think that, like, this all kind of blew up in his face. I don't think.
True.
I don't think he's like sitting there like forcing everybody to work 100-hour weeks. I really don't think so.
Well, I think we'll know and know fairly soon because Jason Schreier, the guy that always busts everything in the fucking video game industry, you know, he was like the Philip Mewson guy. Or, I forgot, he did a bunch of stuff actually. But anyways, he was like, I've been working on, you know, a whole thing about the video game industry and how people are, you know, how people treat their workers and their contractors and stuff. And he's like, and specifically Rockstar, for a while now. And he's like, so I'm about to get more on this. He was like, anybody who's ever worked there and wants to tell me how their experience was and all that stuff. He's writing a whole like thing about Rockstar right now.
I think the problem with that though is that like
you're looking for it.
Exactly. Well, not necessarily. But I mean, like you could say that about any big company. Like if I were to make a public post like that, and I was like a big name like him, they could be talking shit.
And
I was like, I want everybody who had a shitty experience that worked at Sonic to come and talk about how shitty Sonic is as a corporation. You'd
get a lot of because people just want to be heard.
You get a lot of people with shitty experiences, and I really think it's similar. You know, because Rockstar's a big like
big ass
corporation.
company.
They're split into like how many branches? I don't even know.
It's like
anymore. There's Take-Two. There's fucking Rockstar North. There's fucking
UK.
Yeah, there's so many Rockstar divisions, and they're all equally huge. You know what I mean? Like. So, I don't know. I feel like you'd be hard-pressed to not find some people that had shitty experiences, but I think you could find just as many people who are happy to work at Rockstar and have great experiences. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think
I agree. I just think it's gonna blow up for a little bit and then it's gonna blow over, and I think that's on the people, like the gamers and stuff.
I really think Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be so good that people just aren't going to give a fuck.
which is so fucked up.
It's going to be like Walmart, like people are going to know how evil fucking the corporation is. They just aren't going to care, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because they want to play fucking Red Dead.
It's going to be so good, dude. I really think it's going to be that good. I bet it's going to...
I imagine the people working there that have issues are going to forget all about it when they start playing Red Dead.
Right? They're going to be like, look at this. And, I think all that hard work is going to feel like, hey, maybe it paid off a little bit. Whenever you start seeing all these reviews like, this is the best game ever, you're going to be like, okay, maybe it was worth it to spend all that extra time at the office and put in that time. Because now I had a hand in making one of the best games ever. My name is in the credits, like that's dope as fuck. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Big corporate Brent over here. Think of all the great things. No, I'm just kidding. No, but like,
I mean, am I crazy for that? Like, what? Like,
I don't think you're crazy for that.
For like to like show your friends, be like, hey, check this out. I'm in the credits. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
That's true. No, I agree. I think that's awesome. I also agree that no one should be forced into that.
Agreed.
You shouldn't have to worry about if you're going to lose your job because you don't want to be the overachiever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's like, laws in place for a reason that like directly pertain to like how long you should work every week and stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like people should fucking follow those laws and like, I don't know.
Even if those laws don't specifically pertain to these people, I mean, it's kind of a given, Let's be nice, guys.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's all just loopholes and shit, I feel like. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, was it you that... No, you just read that one. Okay. Nintendo has announced it is releasing a Diablo 3 Eternal Collection bundle, which includes a specially themed Switch system and more. The Eternal Collection bundle will be available exclusively from GameStop and retails for $360. Sorry. Roughly the same price as a Nintendo Switch and a game together, along with a digital copy of Diablo 3. The bundle includes a Diablo 3 carrying case. The back of the Switch console and its dock are also adorned with Diablo designs. The Eternal Collection bundle launches alongside the game on November 2nd.
Cool.
That sounds pretty cool. I mean,
yeah. I like Diablo. I think it would work well on the Switch.
That's the thing, is like I played Diablo 3 on Xbox One and I was bored like almost instantly. Like I don't understand the raves and the reviews of Diablo 3 or Diablo in general, but I guess that's just like me. But I'm hoping what's going to happen is the Switch version, since it's going to be portable, I'm going to enjoy it.
I mean, I had a little fun with it. It's the same kind of like enjoyment I get out of like Gauntlet or something. You know what I mean?
I think that's what it was. Is it just felt outdated to me? Like it felt, but nothing against Gauntlet, because Gauntlet's always going to be a classic to me. But I didn't grow up on Diablo. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the difference.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I like the multiplayer aspects of Diablo. That's one of my things I like about it. But that's about it.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try and get it and then play it. Maybe with Brittany. Hopefully, get some multiplayer going.
Okay, so Epic Games has done it again, man. They did it.
What'd they do?
Epic Games has filed suit against 2 game streamers for posting videos of cheats in Fortnite and directing users to purchase those cheat tools. Brandon Lucas, who goes by Golden Mods, is being sued for violation of Digital Millennium Copyright Act, breach of contract, and tortious interference. Whatever that means.
Tortuous?
It's spelled, tortuous. What does that mean? Do you know this?
I feel like tortuous.
It's TORTIOUS. Tortuous interference.
Maybe it just means a lot. I'm going to look this up.
Okay. Either way, Colton Conter is the other one. He goes by Eccentric, who often appears with Lucas in his streams, was also named in the suit. Engadget reports that Epic is requesting that Lucas and Conter's earnings be disengorged, giving Epic an extra share of their profits since they were obtained unjustly, along with standard damages and court costs. It has also requested that YouTube pull several videos. The studio isn't exactly hurting for money. So the tough legal stance appears to be aimed primarily at sending a message to cheaters.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get it. It's like they're fucking breaking the game and selling it to people. It's going to become a virus. It's going to take over the whole fucking internet.
You got to stand strong. Be firm on those fools, you know?
Tortuous, by the way. It means full of twists and turns.
Oh, good word.
So twisty, turny interference, whatever that means. It's a very, very strange word to use there, I feel like.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought it was like torture.
Yeah,
or like
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like they're torturing people by like fucking breaking the game.
Like, no, but like that or like, you know, I don't know. We learned a word though. There we go. We just out here learning. So what do you think? Do you think they should be sued? Do you think it's worth it?
Yeah, hell yeah. I say fuck them.
Okay.
Feed them to the wolves, man.
Feed them to the wolves. Take their legs. Okay. The long legal drama between Oculus and ZeniMax appears to be continuing, but ID designer John Carmack, who was a central figure in the dispute, says his personal legal battles are over. In a tweet, Carmack said that he and ZeniMax have released all claims against each other. It's notable that Carmack draws a very careful distinction in his statement, though. He pointed out that his personal legal disputes have been satisfied, but said that an appeal for Oculus is still moving forward. That indicates that Oculus is still fighting against the award given to ZeniMax for copyright infringement, even after it had been slashed from $500 million to $250 million. ZeniMax alleged that Carmack had taken work developed while he was at ID Software, owned by ZeniMax, and taken it to Oculus for the creation of the Oculus Rift. A $500 million settlement was awarded, which was later halved when a judge found that the infringement was too small to justify such a large reward. Oculus is now continuing its appeal, presumably to reduce the damages further or eliminate them altogether. Meanwhile, ZeniMax also filed suit last year against Samsung VR. In that suit, the company that Carmack had worked with another former ZeniMax employee, Matt Hooper, to develop a plan for mobile VR. According to the suit, Oculus then took that pitch to Samsung, which makes the company liable too. So,
damn.
There's just lots of suing going on.
Yeah, we keep up with that case. I feel like we've been following that for a while now.
Yeah,
interesting stuff. You know, I got a chance to try an Oculus. I'll talk about it in currently playing though.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like I'm learning how dark, like it is to work in business just from this show. Because I feel like every week we're talking about somebody suing somebody, like it's just constantly happening at all times.
It's true. It's like the industry's got a lot of lawsuits floating around, you know?
Yeah, I just didn't know it was that prevalent. I didn't know people just fucking sued each other out the ass all the time. Like it's just like, yo, dude, that Pebble and Uncharted.
You took that from Tomb Raider, and we're suing you.
Yeah, we're suing the shit out of you, dude. And then they're like, oh, yeah?
Got the shit suit out of you, bro.
I'm gonna fucking sue you. And this is all day.
Dude, yeah.
Anyways.
So if you guys like Fortnite, they got a new vehicle up in Fortnite.
Is it a Warthog?
No. It's like a 4-wheeler with a jet on the back of it, so you can slam through shit. It's pretty dope. I'm kind of glad they got all these vehicles in Fortnite now, though, because like there was a point where they're like, we're not going to be doing any vehicles.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Because they didn't want to get sued.
Probably.
I feel like from PUBG being like, now you're too much like us.
Right. PUBG can't do shit no more. I feel like
so sad. PUBG is like,
if they're gonna sue anybody, they need to sue fucking Black Ops because that shit is just like PUBG, only like really? Way better.
God, that's gotta suck. I mean, they just dropped the ball on that shit. You know?
They really did.
It's not like they have that mechanic. They don't have a copyright for it or anything.
The new Call of Duty game is doing pretty well. I feel like it's getting good reviews and stuff. Same with the Assassin's Creed. 2 franchises on the brink of death. Putting out a pretty good game, getting pretty good reviews.
Yeah, and they took the time. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. You got to take that time. Anyways, 505 Games has announced that Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice will be getting a physical retail edition. Coming to both Xbox One and PS4, the physical edition will be available on December 4th.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, so there. I didn't know there wasn't a physical edition.
I didn't know that either, honestly. I thought there was already, but
Well,
shows what I know, right?
Yeah, maybe for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? It's coming around on December 4th. Here's what you got.
This is my last one. Nothing crazy going on over here, but if you plan on buying Black Ops 4, definitely want to clear up some hard drive space. It's only like a 60 gigabyte download for the game, but there's a 50 gigabyte day one patch you have to download after you download the original, like 60 gigabyte game. So you need like 120 gigabytes free on your Xbox to download it.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, honestly, this is what games are coming to. I saw another article talking about Red Dead's going to have like 100 gigabytes. I mean, dude, we're talking about like the future of gaming. We're going to need a terabyte at least on our hard drives. You know what I mean?
These terabytes need to get cheaper, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we're getting there, I feel like.
Terabytes,
look at memory cards now compared to memory cards in like 2007. You know what I mean? Like,
how those 2 megabytes.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucking crazy. We're paying the same now for like fucking terabytes.
Dude, it's insane. Remember the memory stick duos for the PSP, dude?
I feel like
those were so expensive, bro. For like a 2 gigabyte card, it was like $100 or something like that. It was ridiculous.
It's fucking crazy, dude. It's insane. So Blizzard has addressed the rumors that Diablo 3 is getting crossplay support. Although the developer knows of players' excitement, it confirmed Diablo 3 crossplay isn't in the works at all right now. Quote, while we love the idea of bringing our players together across platforms, we do not have any plans to implement cross-platform gameplay for Diablo at this time. Diablo 3 exists on several different platforms, including consoles from 2 different generations. With Sony's decision to try console cross-platform play with Microsoft and Nintendo and Fortnite, some players have looked to other games that would benefit from the crossplay. Okay, that's obvious.
But I mean, like, Diablo's got like local multiplayer and stuff, so I mean, at least you can still play with your friends. Like, just have them over. Just be in person with your friends.
No. What needs to happen? These people need to work harder. And longer hours.
100-hour weeks.
Because we need that goddamn crossplay. No, but I agree.
Shit.
What's wrong with local play? It's literally so back and forth in the fucking community. Anyways. But that's it for the gaming news this week, guys. We're going to jump into this week's releases, where you find out what new games are coming out in the next 7 days. We're going to start it off with a party, Jackbox Party Pack 5. It's coming to Xbox One, PS4, PC, Switch, Mac, and mobile on October 18th for $29.99.
The only party I want to have is a Mario party.
Super Mario Party.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, I know. The biggest party pack yet, the Jackbox Party Pack 5, includes 5 party-saving new games. These are to save parties?
Yeah, they're made for saving them.
Play using your phones, tablets, or computers. No extra controllers needed. With the pop culture trivia mashup, You Don't Know Jack full stream, the classic returns, full of wild new surprises for 1 to 8 players.
Real talk, though, I used to play the shit out of that when I was like a fucking kiddo.
Which game? The party?
You Don't Know Jack. I had that shit fucking on like PC and like fucking like 2000 or some shit. Like,
really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that old.
It's old as fuck, man. Like, it was one of my first games I ever played. Like, I would take that one, and I had this Who Wants to Be a Millionaire game, and I would play both of those every time my parents would take us on road trips because we had this laptop, and I would just like hook the laptop up and just play DVDs and shit, you know?
Dude, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is like the perfect game. You know,
really
like,
is.
It's the perfect game.
It really is, dude. They've changed it up. Have you seen it recently? They have fucked up Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. All the lifelines are different now and shit. You can't be... It's not like phone a friend anymore. It might be
Ask Siri. No.
You know what shows... You know what's a good game show, bro?
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Well,
No,
yeah,
just
yeah,
kidding.
that one's great. You know?
No, just kidding.
Cash Cab, bro.
Is
You
that
ever
the
watch
one where you
Cash
get
Cab?
to the cab and then like they ask you questions like
Yeah.
it's like a random person?
Yeah.
It's basically Who Wants to Be a Millionaire but in a cab.
Yeah, except you're never gonna be a millionaire from Cash Cab.
Yeah, you get like
you get like 800 bucks or something if you win. But that's still dope. Like, I mean, can you imagine like you just having a normal ass day and suddenly you're just in the Cash Cab? You know what
Dude,
I mean?
that would be dope. Do you think they know they're getting in the cash cab?
Hell no, dude. Because like that's the fun of it. You know what I mean?
That's true. I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. What if like you accidentally pick up someone whose like dog just died or something, you know, and they're just like,
well, that
oh
would
my
definitely
God, give me
cheer
to the
them
hospital,
up a little bit.
You know?
Oh shit, I didn't even think about that.
They're just like, oh.
You're on Cash
The
Cab.
Declaration of Independence was signed on what day?
My wife is giving birth, you asshole.
Oh, perfect. This one.
Only 64 blocks to the hospital.
We took the long way.
The red light challenge. Breathe, honey.
Yeah, that's some fucked up shit. Now they'd have to do like cash Uber.
That would be like a good episode, though. You know what I mean? Like, I would totally be. That would be interesting if that actually happened.
It's like, 20 years from now, they're doing like the recap of like the big like featurette on the show, and like the original director's like, he's like, we had the drama, we had the laughs.
Do you think they would air that if it happened?
No, definitely not. What if they got robbed? Like,
what do you mean? What if they got robbed?
Some dude was just like hailing a cab so he could rob them.
Oh,
and then like he just takes all the cash from the cash
and the
cab.
Cameras.
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit! All the cash from the He's probably got a lot of cash in there.
Oh, dude. You would hope so. And the cash cab.
He's got to have at least enough cash to pay out to people if they win.
The guy just like gets in and fucking just straight shoots this dude in the temple.
Holy shit! That would be national news, dude. Cash cab robbed.
It's just not national news because that's Game News Network. Oh my god!
Jeez, what were we talking about?
Game News. Anyways, so
what else is coming out this week?
We're gonna go on over to Soul Calibur 6, boy. It's coming to PS4,
dude, dope.
Xbox One, PC, October 19th. That's like 2 days, right?
I can't wait to get The Witcher and just slice fools up.
Dude, yeah, that's gonna be pretty dope.
I'm gonna be casting spells and slicing necks, dude.
All the necks. The Dark Souls trilogy is coming to Xbox One and PS4 on October 19th.
The whole trilogy?
Yeah, for $79.99.
Damn.
Yeah,
is it the remastered shit?
It says the Dark Souls. I'm like, but wait, is there more? The Dark Souls trilogy packages the complete editions of the first 3 games in the Breakthrough Action series. Included are Dark Souls Remastered, Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, and Dark Souls 3, The Fire Fades edition, all packaged in an exclusive steelbook case.
That's kind of dope if you're like a fan, you know?
Yeah. Then we got Dark Souls Remastered coming to Switch on October 19th for $39.99. That's the only one coming to Switch.
One?
Yeah.
Okay.
A spiritual successor to Demon Souls. The action. Y'all know what fucking Dark Souls is. And then we got World War III coming to PC on October 19th. I couldn't find a price for this game, but it's a modern military first-person shooter set in the global conflict of a catastrophic future. World War III features large-scale combined arms battles with infantry, armored vehicles, and drones. Its Raycon mode features a fresh approach to the battle royale genre. Strong team play, national armed forces, real locations, full body awareness, and a versatile customization system all contribute to the authenticity of the modern combat experience, enhanced by other essential elements such as a robust ballistic system. Yeah, but there's a lot of shit.
Ballistic.
And then we got Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales, coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC on October 23rd for $29.99. Return to the world of The Witcher and Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales, a single-player story campaign spun off from the hit strategy card game Gwent. Thronebreaker tells a truly regal tale of Meve, a war veteran queen of two northern realms.
Wait, is this a card game?
I don't know.
Or is this like a fucking new Witcher game?
It just says it's a single-player story campaign spun off from Gwent.
Well, that doesn't make Gwent's a card game. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm confused too. I'm just as confused as you.
I'm interested.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sounds interesting. Then we got Sinner, Sacrifice for Redemption, coming to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC, and Mac on October 18th for $18.99. Rise from the depths of a crumbling kingdom and to the challenge of defeating increasingly difficult demonic bosses. Choose aspects of yourself to weaken before defeating the avatars of sin in the action RPG Sinner, Sacrifice for Redemption. Inspired by classic boss battlers and modern skill-based action RPGs with a dash of gothic anime styling and horror storytelling, Sinner promises a thrilling and bone-chilling experience.
Just what we need. Our bones to be chilled.
On the rocks.
On the rocks.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, Halloween. Anyway, so NBA 2K Playgrounds 2 is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on October 16th for $29.99. NBA 2K Playgrounds 2 takes the over the top 2-on-2 street ball action to the next level with a new lineup of online and local multiplayer game modes. There. And then we got For Honor Marching Fire coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC on October 16th for $29.99.
Okay.
For Honor Marching Fire is the first major expansion pack of the historical warfare game. The Wu Lin faction comes to For Honor. Get instant access to 4 new heroes from the Far East: the Tiandi, the Shaolin, the Zhongzhun, and the Nuxia. I hope I said at least one of those right.
I think you said Shaolin right for sure.
Definitely got Shaolin. 1 out of 4.
Yeah.
No, this expansion also includes the new arcade mode, an endless PvE experience playable solo or with a friend.
Cool.
Yeah, and then we got Transport Giant coming to Xbox One on October 17th for $9.99.
Do you have to transport giants, bro?
Not at all. This is the year 1850. It's an age of radical change and new departures. The era of mass production and mass transportation has just begun. The resourceful entrepreneur has plenty of opportunities. It's a time to build empires with just a little capital and a clever business idea. New manufacturing plants are springing up everywhere. The world craves goods of every kind. Towns are growing at a breathtaking rate. But how to get the goods to the customers? How can workers get to the plants? Who will haul the vast amounts of raw materials? You'll need all your know-how and your skills to survive 2 centuries of changing economic tides and changing demands. For a start, steam locomotives might do, but later on, you'll have to replace them with monorails or even superconductor trains.
So it's like a tycoon game, kind of?
Yep.
Okay, that sounds kind of cool.
Through the ages. Then we got The Room coming to Switch on October 19th for $9.99. Welcome to The Room, a physical puzzler wrapped in a mystery game.
It's a VR game right now on PS4.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not on the Switch. So it's just a flat-ass game. Be transported into a unique space that blends spellbinding visuals with intriguing problems to solve. And then, the moment you've all been waiting for, Nickelodeon Kart Racers is coming to Switch, Xbox One, and PS4 on October 23rd for $39.99.
Oh, shit, son.
Hit the slime-filled racetracks with Nickelodeon Kart Racers.
Oh, shit.
Select a racer from one of your favorite Nickelodeon series, including SpongeBob, Pootrick, and Sundi from SpongeBob SquarePants. And then we got Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Donatello from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Arnold and Helga from Hey Arnold, and Angelica, Tommy, and Reptar from Rugrats.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, dude.
I want Reptar, bro.
Race your friends. And up to 4-player local multiplayer.
They better have Cat Dog in that bitch, bro.
I feel like the cats and the dogs, they just haven't been as popular with the children. You know,
like Cat Dog was the best, man.
I don't know if out of all of those shows, Cat Dog was the best.
Yeah, you're right. It was probably not the best.
SpongeBob, in my opinion, was.
There was
the
some
best.
good shows back in the day. SpongeBob was good. I don't know. I liked Cat Dog a lot. I liked the Angry Beavers a lot.
Dude,
I like all real monsters. They were always eating the cocktail weenies. I would like buy bags of cocktail weenies to eat while I watched that show. Like,
damn,
I liked Angry Beavers a lot.
They sell
dude.
cocktail weenies in bags.
Yeah, that's how you get cocktail weenies. Usually, they're like in a fucking little bag.
For
dude.
some reason, I always thought they were eating like Vienna sausages, like.
No, like they're like the little sausages like you put in like the little like pig in a blankets, you know what I mean?
Oh my god, you're right. I saw that wrong like the entire time I was watching it for some reason. But holy shit. But anyways, my mind just got blown. I think it's more of like what you were used to eating as a kid is what you're gonna see. I totally love me some Vienna sausages. So
I only knew about cocktail weenies because my mom would buy them to make the pigs in a blanket, and I would just eat the fucking straight cocktail weenies. You know what I mean?
Dude, pigs in a blanket right now.
Those are the shit. I might make some of those when I get home. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
I'm gonna be real with y'all right now. Pigs in a blanket when I get home. Anyways, Paw Patrol on a roll.
Oh yeah,
Paw Patrol on a roll. You can say that with me.
Paw Patrol on a roll.
Okay, it's coming to Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and PC on October 23rd for $39.99. Paw Patrol on a Roll follows the adventures of a pack of heroic rescue pups, Chase, Marshall, Rubble, Sky, Rocky, Zuma, Everest, and Tracker, who are led by a tech-savvy boy named Ryder. Together, they work hard to protect the Adventure Bay community, believing no job is too big, no pup is too small. Players join Ryder, and all 8 Paw Patrol pups are succeed exciting rescue missions. I'm trying to, like, any word that could be misconstrued as sexual, I'm trying to make it that way. And and now I'm just seeing a terrible, terrible ending here. Okay, and then
my sister's kid loves Paw Patrol, bro. I might have to get that for Christmas.
Just
for him.
play it.
He might not be old enough to like really appreciate a video game yet, but you know, I feel like if any video game is gonna ease him into it,
Paw Patrol, bro. That'd be like if we had like a Blue's Clues game. I
actually did have a Blue's Clues game as a kid, and I played the ever living fuck out of that.
See,
game, dude.
That's what it is, man.
It was dope.
This is how you take a kid from watching Paw Patrol to being Paw Patrol. Anyways, we got Headliner Novi News coming to PC on October 23rd. Couldn't find a prize for this. Headliner Novi News is a media bias adventure where you control national news and its impact on your career, society, and family. Control the news. Control the truth.
Oh, that sounds kind of fun.
Yeah, we'd live in an anarchy. We got Zarvot or Zarvo. I have no idea. It's coming to Switch on October 18th for $19.99. Zarvo, or I'm going to say Zarvot. Zarvot is an arcade shooter about cubes going banana picking. Charcoal and Mustard are on their way to meet a friend to go banana picking. Battle through the streets and make your way downtown. And finally, share a lovely evening with fresh fruits and veggies. Play verses with up to 4 friends and master the rapid-fire guns, precision beam, and the devastating radial laser. And now this one's a little interesting to me. It's called Crayola Scoot. And it's coming to Switch, Xbox One, PS4, and PC on October 16th for $39.99. Create your own Crayola Scoot character and start your journey to becoming Scooter Legend in the color-powered trick scooter game Crayola Scoot.
What?
Yep. Get ready to trigger traps with the tail whip, spray on a speed boost, and out combo competition right to the last second. To be champion, you'll need to beat the Scoot Legends in a rainbow of exciting events like Splatter Tag, Trick Run, and a new twist on the classic game of Scoot.
You got to collect Scoot,
dude,
bro.
This is literally Tony Hawk.
I want this, bro.
But
Holy
it's
shit.
Crayola.
That sounds tight. I'm not going to lie to you or bullshit you, play around with you. I was scooting all over that fucking game, dude.
I honestly want this.
I do too.
I've seen.
We should go in on
Crayola Scoot, bro.
Yes,
What
dude.
you know about that? Scoop.
Got the physical copy. The deluxe edition, bro.
The steel book.
The steel book.
Anyway, so that's all for this week's releases.
Man,
So
yeah.
get
Some hot
Scott.
ones coming out this week.
Yeah. So let's I think they're just putting the kids games out right now while like all the fucking
You're right, a lot of kids games coming out.
Yeah. We got the Paw Patrols, we got the Scoots.
Got the Paw Patrols, the Scoots, the Nicks.
Yeah, the Nickelodes.
The Nickelodeons.
Anyway, so let's jump into currently playing. Brent, tell me about what you've been playing, man.
Man, I'm playing a lot of shit, man.
Oh, that's good to hear. Now we're gonna jump on. No,
no, I'm playing a lot of stuff, man. I'm playing a whole lot of VR stuff.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise.
What you got in the VR, dude?
Well, first of all, I went to the mall and I was really hyped. I was going to try out the Vive Pro, you know.
Wait, hold on. So please tell me you got to try it. Because last time you told us they didn't let you try it. Are you about to give us
I'm about to give you another sad story, dude.
Look.
I got there.
Hold on. You better not come back to this place without being 100% sure you got to fucking check out the Vive Pro. I feel like
I'm never gonna get a chance again. That's the sad part. Can I tell you?
I'm sorry. I'm just so angry about this.
This is so sad. Okay, I get up there, right, and I'm all eager. I'm like, guys, let me try that Vive Pro, bro. And they're like, oh, we don't have that anymore. We don't show those off anymore. We have the Oculus set up from now on.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh.
You should have been like, dude, did you know that like 50 million accounts were, basically fucked thanks to Facebook? No, just kidding.
No, so I bit the bullet a little. I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, I've never really gotten a chance to try like the Oculus HMD, believe it or not. I've tried, Vives. I've tried the PlayStation VR, So far, I think Vive is my favorite. But I got to try the Oculus a little, and I played this game called Robo Recall, which I believe is made by Epic Games, which is kind of interesting. And it's an Oculus exclusive. But first of all, I gotta say, I was a little underwhelmed with some of the things about Oculus. Like, I feel like it didn't look as like bright and wide as the PlayStation VR, which I kind of didn't like, I feel like my field of view was narrowed a little bit,
Yeah.
Tracking was good, the game was pretty fun, but I don't know, something about it just didn't look as good as my PlayStation, which is weird because
it's console.
It should be looking way worse, on PlayStation, but it doesn't, I don't know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I had a lot of fun playing that, but then, let's see, I've been playing a lot of Fortnite because I got that battle pass, and I've been unlocking lots of skins. I find that Fortnite is a lot more fun if you do have the battle pass. You know what I mean?
What makes it more fun?
Well, you start unlocking stuff as you play.
Oh, so it doesn't just give you everything.
No, you don't just buy the battle pass and then you're instantly just rolling in shit,
So it just gives you challenges.
Yeah, exactly. And it unlocks certain things throughout the map. Like, there are these time trials all over the map right now, and you can't even see them if you don't have the battle pass. You know what I mean? But if you do have the battle pass, you can hit the time trials and do like a little fun obstacle course, and you can earn challenges. I don't know. It's challenging and it's fun, and like if you do enough challenges, you can earn enough points to where you don't have to buy the pass again next season. You can just buy it with the points you earned. You know what I mean? So that's my goal, is to just earn enough points every season to buy a new battle pass. It's
like Mr. Gaddy's for adults.
Yeah. Anyways, so I've been having a lot of fun with that. But then I also I finished that Astro Bot game I was talking about last week. Fucking excellent game. It was a lot of fun. One of the best VR games I've ever played.
Hell yeah.
Like I said last week, it's a lot like Mario and Kirby and all that good stuff. If you like platformers and you like VR, you're going to love this. Then I went on the PlayStation VR, had this 2-year anniversary sale going on. So I spent $20 and got 3 games. I got Thumper, which I was playing. It's all right. It's kind of like a Guitar Hero style game where you're behind this beetle, this metal beetle, and he's like flying down this track, right?
Oh, I get it. Okay.
And you like have to like make him turn and like avoid like turns and like jump over stuff and like, but the whole thing is like a music base. So like
nice.
every time you do something right, it like makes a sound and it'll be like boom 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 ba boom boom ba. I don't know. It's really weird. You end up with these like 9 Inch Nails sounding like songs going on while you're like dodging shit and like fighting. Like I don't know, if you hit enough shit in a combo, it'll like do like a wave down and like blast the boss guy in the face. It's a really weird game, but I, you know, for $5 or whatever I paid for it, it's totally worth it. It's pretty, you know. And then I got this game called Blasters of the Universe, which I've been playing, which is pretty fun. What makes this game fun isn't really the gameplay. You know what I mean? Like, it's a basic-ass wave shooter. Like, you stand there, and, like, they all come in and attack you, and you shoot them down wave by wave, and then you fight a boss in every level. I mean, it's really basic gameplay. But what makes Blasters of the Universe fun is that, like, between each game, you, like, are constantly unlocking new parts for your gun. And you can like, assemble this gun from like the ground up in any variation of combinations, and there's like hundreds of possibilities. So you can like have your base of the gun, and you put like a scope on it and a barrel on it and a clip on it, and like all these factor into how it shoots and performs. So like you're like the main gameplay element is like rearranging your gun to try to find the most effective way to like beat the level.
In the wave, yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty fun, like building your gun up and stuff, you know. And it makes me excited about Borderlands because I feel like you're gonna get that feeling on a way bigger scale from Borderlands, you know. But I also got this game called To the Top, which is supposed to be one of the better VR games out there right now. But I haven't had a chance to play it yet, so I'll probably talk about that next week. But yeah, so what have you been playing?
It's lots of good games there.
Yeah.
So
not to mention the games that I don't even really talk about that I just play regularly, like UFC and fucking Firewall and stuff. You know,
still on that UFC.
Dude, I'm getting good at that game, man. I'm getting to the point where I'm beating people online all the time and stuff now. You know,
shit,
I mean?
You're
like,
that guy.
I'm that guy, dude.
The guy that people run into online, are like fucking online people.
Now there's still people that whoop me online like all the time, but I'm getting to the point where like I'm no Joe Smo. Okay, I mean I can hold my own. Like I don't just get wrecked every time.
Coming a Khabib over there.
Yeah, dude.
No, I've been playing Forza Horizon 4.
Oh, how's that?
It's really cool and really pretty and really fun.
Yeah?
It got that Games Pass, dude.
Dude,
so
I might have to download it, man. Fucking...
It's worth it. I mean, it's like... It gives me that feeling of like old school Need for Speed. Like I'm enjoying it.
I really like the first 3 Forza Horizon games, so I imagine that this one's better. You know?
It's very
I've heard nothing
in-depth.
but good things about it.
Oh yeah, no, that and then more Super Mario Party. But yeah,
oh yeah, you can't stop on the Super Mario Party.
No, there's still some stuff I haven't done with it yet. You know, there's like this whole like team play game that we all got to get together again and do, because it's like 2 people are on each team, and then like you roll 1 dice for 2 people, and then like you can like do strategy where like one person can go off on their own. Like you guys can stay together the whole time, or you can try and
split up.
Yeah, split up, trying to get to stars and stuff and battling the other team.
Oh, that's fun.
Very cool.
I can see that being a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been playing.
Cool.
Yeah, so you guys post what you've been playing up in the Facebook group, because I want to know.
We need to know. Something familiar about these gamers like me.
Yeah. So we're going to jump on over to the topic of the show. This is the main part of the show. I don't know if you understand.
Potatoes.
Yeah, it's a big old chunk of meat. Anyways, today we're doing our favorite arcade games.
Yeah.
And it's so fitting. Oh, I probably should have put this in currently playing. I actually went to the Game Reserve this past week with my brother. We went.
What's the Game Reserve?
It's a big arcade in Spring where like you pay $15 and everything's set on free to play. But
fun!
They have like 100 different games and pinball machines and like everything.
But you had all kinds of fresh ideas for the show.
Oh, I do so much, and also. It's you can like bring your own liquor in there and just like drink whatever the fuck you want. It's bring your own alcohol.
Sounds like a good time.
Dude, it is. You just walk around like.
Let me know next time you go up there. I'll go with you.
Dude, go.
If you
with
ever just
me.
want to like go, I'll seriously like go with you, so you're not just like going up there by yourself.
Just like that lonely guy at the pinball machine.
Dude, I don't give a fuck. I'll be in there by myself. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I really will.
Dude, I'm
Jack Daniels in hand, dude.
We're gonna go this weekend. We're gonna try and make
I'm
it this
down.
weekend.
I'm so down.
Fuck yeah. So let's jump into the favorite arcade games. What do you want to start off with?
Okay, well, I mean, like, just to start this off, just to let everybody know, I didn't put like, like Pong and Pac-Man and stuff on there, just because these are like my favorites, like the ones that I like. I always get hyped if I go in the arcade and they're there, So don't get me wrong, like no disrespect or nothing to the classics,
Yeah.
But most of them on my list are not like, the OGs or anything like that.
Yeah,
they're just games that I really enjoy.
We were born in the 90s, the early 90s. So, I mean, we had like, there was a run of arcade machines that were being put out in the 90s and the late 2000s. And those are the ones that we mostly played, So.
I also found through making this list that I have a serious affinity for like light gun games.
No wonder you like VR so much.
I think that is one of the reasons I like VR, because it's like having your own little arcade machine in your house that you can play all kinds of different arcade games on. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel about it.
So what'd you put for your light gun games?
So I got a lot of them. My favorite, though, probably ever as far as arcade games goes, is Silent Scope. Any of the Silent Scope games. They were so responsive, and like it worked so well. Like you pointed the gun where you wanted to look, and you look through the scope, and you're looking at it, and you had all these like intense situations where you'd have to like shoot this guy, and like there's just like a little piece of his head showing, and you try not to hit the hostage, And like, it was like you felt that intensity because you're like, oh shit, if I miss this shot, I got to put another quarter in, like,
Definitely. No.
And that's another thing about a lot of these arcade games is like the intensity of like knowing that you have to pay more if you like fuck this up. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure. No, for sure. That was one of those games that it translated well to like the first. Whenever consoles were trying to stick light guns and stuff on there, like the Xbox, like when you had the Silent Scope.
Oh my god, I had that. Yeah, I did have it.
Dope.
It was pretty tight. It wasn't as good as the arcade version, obviously.
No.
You know what I mean?
It wasn't as like solid.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
The thing about the arcade version is, first of all, the gun that was like built into the machine was like this big ass fucking sniper feeling gun. It was tight.
Oh, dude, it was dope.
It was like heavy, and like it felt like you were really like holding this big ass like 50 caliber sniper or something.
Yeah, you
know
just
what
like
I mean?
leaned over like this little. It's like mounted.
And I think maybe I was kind of young at that point too, so it probably felt bigger than it really was. But it was like, oh, dude, I was all about that shit. And the boss fights in that game were awesome. Like you'd always like, and that's one of those games I like was so into that I like, despite having to pay for it every time you died, I played it all the way to the end and like fought the final boss and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like the bosses had character. That's what it was.
They really did.
It was like the one with the teddy bear thing.
And you could shoot the teddy bear and end the game. Like, if you hit the teddy bear in the head, like, usually if you at the end of the game, like, there's a boss. And if you manage to get a headshot on the boss, it'll pop up at the end with, like, the skull with, like, a bullet hole in it. And you're like, you know that you got the headshot on the boss. But if you head shoot the teddy bear, like, it'll end the match, and then, like, a fucking teddy bear head will pop up with a bullet hole in it. It's just, like, little funny things like that, It was, like, I don't know. It was great.
It's definitely a charming game. Like, I'm kind of going from, like, least favorite. Not least favorite. Honestly, all of these are equal.
I was about to say, most of mine are, like,
these are all just equal.
high regards,
So, Crazy Taxi.
Oh, my God, I love Crazy Taxi. That's definitely on my list, too.
Yeah, and I grabbed a couple things from, like, for each of mine, I grabbed, like, a little, like, thing off of Wiki, kind of just like a little fun fact for each one. But
fun.
Crazy Taxi came out in 1999. And the core gameplay mechanic of Crazy Taxi has been patented by Sega, leading to at least one lawsuit over similar gameplay in The Simpsons Road Rage, which has since
That was
been
a fun
settled
game
out
too.
of court. Yeah, but that's why you don't see games like Crazy Taxi, like because
Yeah, like we were talking about last week with the Mario thing with the Crazy Taxi, how it'd be cool to do a Mario Crazy Taxi crossover.
yeah.
I guess that's why you never see something like that.
Yeah, and I guess that's why there's like a big deal about the whole battle royale thing because can you patent a gameplay mechanic? Who would be able to patent that? Who first made that?
Yeah, I know. What the fuck?
You'd think they would patent that. But anyways, but also it had a bunch of music from bands like The Offspring and Bad Religion, which you should know if you played it. But
Definitely.
it was still cool.
Crazy Taxi was one of those games. It was one of the first games, in my opinion, that translated really well to like from arcade to console to the point where it was like, okay, I have to have that shit on the console. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, it came to Sega Dreamcast was the first console it was on.
It was in arcade first, right?
Yeah, no, I'm saying the first console it came to.
I was going to say, I definitely remember playing it on Dreamcast with that big bulky controller. It was one of the better games on Dreamcast, if you ask me. It's alongside like Resident Evil and like few others, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. And it was an exclusive to the Dreamcast at first, I thought.
Yeah, it was for a long time, I think.
I still have it on my Dreamcast actually. But anyways, like just a fun game in general. Anyways.
Okay, I got another light gun game for you because I'm obsessed with the light gun. There's a lot of these, so just bear with me, guys. I'm sorry about my obsession with the plastic light gun shit. I love it. Police 911. Do you remember this game?
I don't. Does it play like Time Crisis?
Yeah, but way better. Okay, the thing about Police 911 was like, it was like a typical game, right? You stand there and you shoot, and you like shoot off the screen to reload or whatever. But it had like a fucking tracker on like a camera, and it physically tracked your movements. So in order to like, you had to like duck down and like get behind cover and shit.
That's awesome.
And like you'd be like standing there, like you'd be like on your knees, like popping up over cover, like shooting. It was really immersive and fun. You know what I mean?
Ahead of
and
its time.
It was responsive. It did a really good job of like tracking how you were standing and or crouching or whatever. You know, it was really cool.
I love little gimmicks like that.
Oh, me too.
Like when it comes to arcade machines, it's like they're just built around that.
Yeah,
know?
Totally. It was a good time. That was one of my favorites, man.
Another one of my favorites is Hydro Thunder.
Oh man, Hydro Thunder was great.
It was.
I feel like it spawned a lot of games like it. Like I feel like
Wave Runner.
Yeah, I feel like we wouldn't even have games like Wipeout and stuff if it wasn't for like Hydro Thunder.
No,
you know
definitely not. It came out in 1999, and this little fun fact or whatever is actually the reason why I love the game so much. But the game has an unusual volume adjustment where the regular play volume is usually set lower than the feedback volume for the subwoofer in the seat. This is intended to place the player in the game and make the player feel like an actual pilot of a powerful high-tech speedboat.
That's cool.
Which is true.
It does feel that way, yeah.
I like that one, and I like that snow ski or jet ski one where it blows like air on your face.
That shit is tight. Have you played the Mario Kart one?
Yes,
that they have where it like takes a picture of you as you like drive through the finish line and shit.
So awesome.
That one is awesome, man. They did a great job on that one.
Anyways, what else you got?
Okay, so a lot of people don't know this, but before Guitar Hero, there was an arcade game called Guitar Freaks, which was essentially Guitar Hero.
Really?
Yes, and they had it at like Main Event and stuff. And I remember like going to Main Event and like standing in line to play this game because everybody was so into it. Like people would like wait to play, and like everybody would be like cheering and shit. I mean, it was Guitar Hero before Guitar. It was like, I don't think Guitar Hero would exist in the way it did without this game. You know what I mean?
They just brought it to the homes.
Exactly. And it was a lot of fun. It had a lot of like, you know, original songs and shit. It was cool. Like the one thing Guitar Hero did was add better music. You know what I mean?
Licensed music.
Yeah,
I imagine.
But they also had one that was like a drum version of that too.
They still have that one up
really?
there. I think so at Main Event.
It's a lot of fun. They're both a lot of fun. I like music games, but I feel like in an arcade setting it's really cool because you'll like, if you're doing really good on like Expert or something, you'll start like drawing a crowd, you know? Same with like Dance Dance Revolution. Any kind of rhythm game is cool in an arcade environment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if you got skill.
Yeah, totally.
my other or one of my other ones is Metal Slug. That came out in 1996.
Oh man, Metal Slug is my shit.
Metal
I like
Slug's
all the
great.
Metal Slug games, man. They're hard, but they're fun, and they're fair despite being hard. You know?
Yeah, I think what makes it fair is how like precise the movement and like the jumping is. Like I feel like the joystick feels good. It's not like it doesn't feel like a loose, like it's just wobbling around, but it also doesn't have that like super tight feel. It's just like perfect. I don't think I've played an arcade game where the controls were that tight.
The multiplayer is fun in that too. Like I don't know. It's like Battletoads, but you like have more weapons.
Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah.
You don't feel hopeless, like weak or anything,
Yeah, and you're constantly upgrading.
You get in a little tank and drive around. That shit's fun.
Or a camel.
Another game that was kind of like that, but like maybe a little bit older. Do you remember? There was like this it was like a cowboy game. It was called Sunset Riders, bro. Do you remember that?
I think I remember that. And it's like the train.
There's a train, and you're on the horses, and you like jump onto the train, and there's just all kinds of shit. You're like collecting gold. Something about that game just sticks in my memory. I don't know why or what was so special about it, but I really like that game.
I remember that being fun. I can't remember where did we play?
They had it at Mr. Gaddy's, bro.
Was it at Mr. Gaddy's or was that CC's?
No, it was definitely Mr. Gaddy's.
Okay, They
might have had one at CC's too, but I know we played Gauntlet at CC's a lot.
Yeah. Okay. No, that makes sense.
Speaking of which, Gauntlet is the shit. Gauntlet Legends.
Yeah, that's on mine too. Gauntlet.
Gotta throw that one in there. That one's a dope ass game. I knew all the cheat codes and shit, dude. I'd always like turn my dude into a chicken and shit. Like,
oh yeah, is Gauntlet Dark Legacy?
Dark Legacy was my shit, but they were all pretty good. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I like Dark Legacy a lot.
What was the code for the chicken? Wasn't it like Dojo?
It was
or
Egg 911.
Egg 911. What was the one where if you put it was like Dojo or Pojo or something?
No, that was his name. He was Pojo the chicken.
That's what it was.
But the cheat was Egg 911.
Okay. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, and you could still go do that.
There was another cheat that gave you infinite health, but I forgot what it was. But I used to do that, and like people, they would get mad at me at the arcades because like fucking, people would just like I'd get tired of playing and just like let somebody else come take over. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, wasn't it like basically just like invent something?
Yeah, it was something simple like that. You know?
Like fucking be the football player and all that shit.
I
like,
love that shit. Oh my god.
Anyways, NBA Jam, which came out in 1993 as an arcade game first.
That was
tight. Me and my brother actually played a lot of that when we went. That was like the game that hooked us this past week whenever we were in
really?
there. Yeah,
y'all played the old school one?
Oh yeah, dude. Like we probably spent like a good like hour just going back and forth trying to, get the best win.
Oh dude. I love that shit.
So
man.
fun. So over the top.
I know it's not really like a video arcade game, but I like when you go to arcades and they have those basketball games where you like throw the basketballs through the hoop, like actually throw the basketballs through the hoop, and then it moves back at the end and you like throw the 3-pointers. I fucking love that. I fucking love that game. You remember the Terminator game? The Terminator.
Yeah.
Where you have like the assault rifle and like it actually like.
Oh, this is like the.
Rattles, I'm talking about the modern one where you like slap the clip on the bottom of the gun and shit.
Yeah, that one's dope.
That was my shit, bro. I love that game.
that one's like, I can't remember. We went on like a day to, I think it was Main Event where you could play like as many games as you wanted as long as it wasn't
Incredible
ticket
Pizza.
games.
I know they got one.
That's what
Incredible
it was.
Pizza.
Yeah, Incredible Pizza. Because you could just keep playing. There was no like limit.
I love that.
Oh, dude, we just fucking beat the shit out of that game.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, and so Monkey Ball
really
came out in 2001, and it's Dole sponsored bananas. Like all the bananas have Dole on them.
Really?
Yeah. But the game, like, have you played the arcade version of it?
I've just played Super Monkey Ball on like PS1, I think, or Xbox. I don't remember what it was on, but.
So it's like that, but like your joystick is a banana, like that comes up, and like it's like a giant Dole banana, and you control the level. It's Monkey Ball, so like, but it was pretty cool.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, I spent way too much time on that game too.
Let's see. Do you remember the X-Men side-scrolling game?
Yes, the
X-Men
like
arcade. 6 players.
That was definitely a 90s arcade game.
That game was the shit, bro.
It
was
really
one of
was.
those that was the 90s, but even as the arcades got modern and more renovated, like it was
It
the one
stayed
game
the
that
same.
stayed there. Everybody likes it.
Yeah, it's very similar to like Turtles in Time.
Oh my god,
just like
dude!
X-Men.
Turtles in Time was my shit, dude.
It was.
Oh, they were both such good games. Like
most def.
I really like, man. I don't know. That X-Men game was my jam. Like
that one in Marvel vs. Capcom was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh
man, I
especially
love
as a
Marvel
kid.
vs. Capcom. That was like probably one of my favorite fighters. Probably still is one of my. I think that would be a sweet one to do in like full 3D. Marvel vs. Capcom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
why haven't they done that? They're constantly putting out Marvel vs. Capcom games, but they haven't like reinvented it as like a 3D game.
Because I think there's like a whole a pro scene with it and all that stuff, so they have to make it like.
I feel like you could still make the controls similar enough to where people wouldn't get mad.
But when's the last time you saw like a 3D fighter that was like huge in the pro scene? Everybody likes like Street Fighter type, games. But I don't understand why.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I think maybe you can't get it as precise with 3D games. I could be wrong. Like, that's just my guess with it. It's like...
No, you're definitely right about that. There is a pretty big pro scene for that UFC game, but it's not really like the same kind of thing.
You would think it would be,
That's
though,
more of like a
so
sports
technical.
game almost,
Yeah. No, I feel that.
Let's see. What else is tight? Yeah, you got to talk about Area 51, even though it's one of the more basic games on my list. You know what I mean? That's just one that was like in every arcade I went to as a kid.
Yeah, I guess it must have been cheap for like the place to just get that game.
Totally. It probably didn't cost very much, and it was fun.
Yeah.
The thing about it was that I loved about Area 51 is like I got to the point where I knew when like the civilians were gonna run across the screen, so I would just like know when not to shoot and stuff. Like I played it so much, like I knew what was gonna happen.
Oh yeah, of course.
I knew where all the power ups were and what to shoot, and like I don't know.
It's like so shitty. It's just like people, like real life people standing up and like getting in front of the screen and
it's
stuff.
It's like Mortal Kombat graphics. Like...
Oh man, it's so ridiculous.
Do you remember the Star Wars trilogy arcade, bro? Where you like sat on the big thing and you had the joystick and like there's a part where you like had a lightsaber fight with Darth Vader. And
they used to have that at Walmart.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my shit, dude. And like there was the mission where you blew up the Death Star. You did all kinds of cool shit, man. It was tight.
Yeah, I like I like that one, and I also like the I don't know what it's called. It's not the Pod Racer. But something like that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't. There was a pod racer? Was it the
where you
Naboo
like
fighter one?
Naboo fighter. That's what it was.
Yeah. That was tight.
I was like, I know it wasn't a pod racing game, but that would.
Yeah,
be
I
dope
remember
too.
that. That was tight. Okay, I like the ones where you're in the fucking box, and you put the curtain in.
See, I don't get the thrill out of those. I don't know why. I think it's because I expect more out of it because I'm in a box. I'm like, something better happened in this box. But it's usually just like a flat screen, like kind of
definitely
boring.
is usually a flat screen, but you get the surround sound and stuff,
You do.
Like I like the Jurassic Park one like that. Do you remember the Jurassic
I do
Park?
like that one. It gets a little intense. I
That
do
one
like
does
that.
get a little intense.
We have to shoot the spiders,
Yeah.
like giant spiders and shit.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is like some of those are just too easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you get in and you just hold the trigger and it's just like, constantly.
I want to reload. I like the ones where you have to like shoot off screen or like push a button on the gun and reload it. You know what I mean?
So you feel like you're doing something.
Yeah, totally.
You just feel like you're in that action movie. I think it would be cool to do one with like like Michael Myers or something. Like,
oh, dude, yeah.
Where it's based on just like your how quick your reaction is and like your timing. Just like a bunch of you know what I'm talking about?
Wait, you would be Michael Myers?
No. Like you're walking through like a haunted house or through haunted houses, and you have to escape. And the way you escape is every time he jumps out, it's like a like a sequence game or like.
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
I
could see that being tight.
But at the same time, you're getting scared because you don't know when he's coming. Anyways.
Do you remember that game called Top Skater? and it was like a fucking
Yes.
skateboard.
Dude, fuck that game. Are you about to say that game was good?
That was my jam. I was good at it, dude.
Dude, I suck so bad at that game.
Oh, man.
I remember just fucking getting pissed because like the thing would not turn.
Really?
Yeah,
you had to use the bars and like lean into it. You know what I mean?
Maybe that's what it was. I thought it was broke. Like whenever I was playing with
maybe
that.
you played on a broke one.
It was at the movies when I was a real little kid.
Oh, really? See, I
Yeah.
don't remember playing it at the movies. I played it on a cruise ship, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
See, yeah, I probably had a broken ass one, but like I saw the potential in it. Like I was like, dude, this is fucking cool. Because that was like whenever Tony Hawk was still really big and shit.
Yeah, totally.
You know, like I think that's why that game existed.
Yeah, I think that's exactly why. Do you remember Beachhead, bro?
Oh,
this
is the one where you pull it down over your head and it's like basically VR.
Like, I was about to say it was like one of the first like semi VR type things I ever did. Like,
yeah, and you like control it by turning your head, and then you got
dude,
that was such a dope game.
That was a dope game.
I didn't know it was called Beachhead. I forgot.
It's called Beachhead 2000, actually.
Did it come out in 2000?
Probably.
Beachhead Millennium.
Oh, one more. Do you remember Carnival, dude?
Dude, oh fuck, I forgot about Carnival. Carnival is actually on the top, dude.
Yeah, that was a dope game. That was like House of the Dead, but like actually a little more scary.
That used to actually creep the fuck out of me.
Scary, bro. And it was
that one, and I believe it was called Invasion or something.
I remember that.
I love both of those.
That was
games.
a tight one. That one had a lot of cool graphics for its time.
Yeah,
you know.
The same with Carnival. I feel like they both had like PS2 graphics.
Totally in a PS1 world.
Yeah, basically, it's so cool.
But yeah, man.
So that's it. That's our favorites.
The faves.
You know, we didn't want to just name every arcade machine that exists. Only the ones that we love. So you guys give us the ones that you love as well. Give us your top 3.
Yeah, give us the old top thrizzle.
Give us the trace. Yeah, Brent forgot to ask for questions.
I'm sorry.
Now, so we're going to skip over...
I'm sorry, future Brent, who's probably searching through this episode trying to find the People's Champ for the yearly winner or whatever, you know?
I say we just throw a People's Champ out to somebody. Somebody who
deserves it.
Yeah.
Who's been most active in our Facebook group? Hang on, let's see who's posted the most shit.
I can already... who's posting the most?
Who's posting the
most?
most?
Who's the poster
Who's got the
with
post
the
with the most? Hold up.
There we go. I like that. Yours makes more sense.
Hang on. Wait,
we're looking, guys. This is good. This is good radio.
Okay, we got one for Sarah. Let's see. Hang on. Ooh, Sarah. Ooh, Sarah. Oh, definitely gonna be Sarah.
Yeah, let's give it to Sarah. Sarah's always...
Oh, we got a Marcus and Thomas. Sarah's got like 3-1 on you guys, though, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, there's another one for Sarah. Yeah. Damn.
So much Sarah.
But we do have a lot of love being shown. We got Josh, Stephanie. Everybody's being active in the Facebook group. So for that reason, guys, we love y'all. We love you all. But Sarah's going to be our people's champion.
All right. So there you have it. We got no questions, so we're gonna skip over the listener questions this week. We'll have them next week. Yeah. So sorry,
my bad, guys.
But anyways, let's wrap up the show with Brent Bass over here with this week in gaming history.
Yeah, man. This week in gaming history, we got some gaming history.
Wow. So excited.
On October the 14th of 1999.
Okay, October 1999. What console?
I believe it was for the Dreamcast. The cast of the Dream.
You believe, or it was for the
I believe.
God.
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, was it on other consoles or PC?
I think eventually it was. No.
Am I hot? Am I cold? Very cold?
You're cold. But it starts with an S.
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog?
Which Sonic the Hedgehog?
Adventure. Sonic
Adventure. You got it. Boom.
Dude, good game. Good game. Classic game.
October 14th, 99.
I remember playing that at Toys R Us for the first time on a little display. You know, they had set up a demo. And I remember just seeing the beautiful graphics as Sonic is running on this pier away from a well. And I was just like, dude, yes.
Dude, I had a moment like that too. I remember I went to Best Buy when I was like a youngster around that time. And I remember playing The World Is Not Enough on display on Nintendo 64. And that just blew my fucking shit back, dude. I was not ready for that. Like, I had so much fun. I just stood there in front of that display thing playing it for like an hour. Like,
that's the thing, man. Like, okay, I gotta mention this. Kids don't fuck with demo displays anymore.
Yeah, what the fuck? I'm always at that. Like, if I see that shit at GameStop or Walmart, I'm always on it.
Yeah,
you know?
Even if I have it, you know.
Yeah,
like,
same here.
Like, I think it's like ingrained in us, like in our generation, because like I used to have to stand in line to try out the GameCube at Walmart. You know, like you used to want to go there. You'd go in, and your parents would be like, "All right, you can go look at the electronics. You know, we're going to be over here."
And I guess in all fairness, though, you know, they have the internet now, so they can get like a little more of a first-hand look at everything. Like, we had to see that shit at the store to like experience it and know what it was like, you know?
I'm proud of that. I don't know why, but like I'm proud of like that. That's one thing from our generation we can be like, ha.
Well, you know,
we had demos, motherfucker.
I think when VR takes off a little more, that's going to be something that people have to experience in stores. You know, I think it's not going to be something once people realize that they can't just watch a YouTube video and like get it. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to have to try it in stores, and it's going to be a similar thing until we can find some way for YouTube to just. Like, until everybody's just wearing fucking VR glasses all the time, and like, you know what I mean? Like,
dude, that's gonna be crazy.
I'm telling you, pretty soon everybody's gonna be wearing like fucking Ray-Bans, and you can just push a button, and you're just gonna be in like a VR world. Like,
it just like puts a little shutter over it and like blocks out the light.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I think something like that is gonna come pretty soon. You know what I mean?
It's like, oh, look, a new demo's out for like a new VR game. You just try it out.
Your hands just like fucking like turn into like you just have like implants in your fingers and shit.
Oh my god. I wish we were going to live another, like, 200 years, dude.
Bro, me too.
GameSpeak 200 years from now would be insane.
Shit, you never know. We might be able to just, like, Futurama our heads into some jars or something, you know?
We're still talking, like, just about video games. Anyways, what you got more, right?
I got one more.
What is it?
October 16th, 2007.
Ooh, 2007. We're in the 360
We're in the 360 era.
Is it on the 360?
It is on the 360 and the PS2, I believe. Or whatever was on PS3, I guess.
Okay, and it came out October. Is this Elder Scrolls?
Mm-mm. This is like a sports game, kinda.
Oh, sports game on the 360. What was a good sports?
It's not the best game of its series.
Is it
but
Tony
it's
Hawk?
not the worst game of its series. Yes, it is Tony Hawk.
Okay, Tony Hawk.
You were about to say it. I could tell you were about to say it. I saw your lips like forming the word.
It's
just say it. I know you know it. You were like seriously about to say it. I could feel it.
Project 8 or Project not Project 8. What is it?
No. It starts with a P. It's not Project 8.
It's Tony Hawk. Yeah, I don't. Oh, the Proving Ground. What is Project 8? Is a fucking movie, isn't it?
No. You're right. There was a Project 8, or it was Tony Hawk Project 8. I think is what it was called.
Project. What the fuck is Project 8?
Or no, you're right. You're thinking of District 9. No, wait.
Just like, what the fuck, dude?
I don't know, man.
The Proving Ground, I think, is what I was trying to think of. Maybe it was Project Skate.
No, there was a Project 8 or Project Skate or something. There was something like that. Like, it was the one where you had the little fucking plastic board or whatever.
That was Project 8?
I think.
Hold on. No, I'm Googling this before we end the show.
I legitimately think you're right about that. There was like a Tony Hawk that was like really experimental, and it had like a peripheral that came with it.
Yep, it's a skateboarding video game. Tony Hawk Project 8 is a skateboarding video game, and it's the 8th installment in the Tony Hawk series.
And it came with a little plastic skateboard, right?
I think that was just Tony Hawk Grind or something like that.
There was one like that, though.
Yeah, the one with that one's called Grind.
Project 8 was the one that they totally ripped off Skate, where you used the sticks to, like, fucking did the trick. You remember that?
Yes,
it was actually kind of fun, but it was totally a rip-off of Skate.
So everyone was like, oh, fuck it.
It was better than Tony Hawk 5. Tony Hawk 5 was lame as fuck.
Which one was 5?
It was the most recent one they put out.
Oh,
it was only
a
few years ago.
Okay, I know
it
what
was
you're
really
talking
bad.
Yeah, it was really bad. Apparently, I like Tony Hawk HD though. That came out as a digital
that
only.
That was tight.
We'll never be able to play that again unless you have a 360 with it downloaded because it never got physical release or anything.
That's sad.
And
I'm
not
sure
on
they'll
Xbox
re-release Tony Hawk at some point. They'll probably do like the Tony Hawk trilogy one day and have like the first 3 remastered. That'd be dope.
That's kind of what HD was. It was like a mix of the levels from the first 3 games and like a lot of the same mechanics and stuff, just like upgraded resolution.
Yeah, I know you can get Tony Hawk on your phone. It might not be remastered, but
yeah, that's true. Anyways, remember, guys, you've been listening to GameSpeak Podcast, courtesy of CreateForSanity.com. The show posts for free every Wednesday on all podcast directories. Be sure to submit any questions you want read on the show to GameSpeak Podcast Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GameSpeak Podcast. Check out our video content here on YouTube and leave us some comments, likes, subscribe, do all those things. Check out our video, and if you want to stay up to date with your boys, you can find me on Twitter at the handle Aljaafreh Jamal, and Brent at Brent has 1. That's the number 1. And check out the Instagram. Until next time, listeners, later.
Yes, later.